Hey everyone, and thank you for tuning back in to CorasTruth. But this is a safe place to accept your truth to change your future.
Right. All of that.
All that right there. So today, before we get started, if you would like and subscribe, I greatly appreciate it. And if you decide to comment, I do talk back. So go ahead and comment. Today, my husband is going to do the topic, and I'm going to add in. I'm kind of excited to see what he wants to talk about. So we'll get started.
Hey, okay. But today I wanted to talk about dating in the marriage and how that goes and what it means to me and just go off of that. So, with that said, what is your intake on dating in the
Well, I
marriage?
gotta start.
Because I want your input.
Okay. So dating in a marriage, I think it's important. Um, Even though we've only been married 4 years, not only, but we've been married 4 years, you become complacent, you become bored. It's like you want a new spark in your marriage, in your relationship, and you have to do something to do that. I've noticed that as we work during the week, we make time for our kids. We rarely make time for just us. So you need that time to kind of reconnect. Um, Learn each other, see what's going on in your world, you see what's going on in my world. Just deal with a lot of things. So you also need that sex appeal going on, whatever that fire and desire.
Definitely need that.
Yes. So I think dating in a marriage helps to bring that thrill back. You get what's that song? The thrill is gone. Yeah, you get that.
I don't know that song.
It's an old song.
Oh,
It's thrill is gone, but you don't know that song.
I got to listen to that.
My dad used to play it. I know it. Anyway, you lose the thrill,
Hey,
and
George.
and you have to get that thrill back. And I think that's part of what dating in a marriage does. It helps to bring that fire back. Doing things that you don't normally do from week to week, month to month, and just enjoying each other. That's what I think about it.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, I can agree to that because I think dating should be more of putting together an attraction. Pretty much with you and I, you don't want to lose that spark, as you said, to lose that flame, like you say. So, a lot of times you want to keep that a mutual attraction together. That's what I've been learning to do with you. Because being single, you have a whole different outlook on dating. The dating scene is totally different from being married.
Mm-hmm.
So if you single, it's almost like it's no bars, but it is bars. But being married is like a whole different ball game. Because I say that because it's not just dating you. I gotta date your mind first. You know what I'm saying? To get into who you are as a person and to understand you for the simple fact of the things you do like and the things you don't like. So, you know what I'm saying? Once I see that, that opens up a different door. Fellas, if you know what I mean. But when I say it opens up a different door, meaning that you become more comfortable with certain things that I do when dating. So that right there, really has to be a main factor. Then I date your body because it's like me taking you out, doing different things, and we're exploring different areas, not physically, but just out in the world and stuff like that. So that brings a lot to it, and that really makes it a big difference because when you look at it like that, it's like you could be more spontaneous in what you do. And the more spontaneous you be in dating and marriage, you could, it keeps that thrill alive because that right there pushes a lot to doing other things and opening up and keeping it fresh. So I like me learning that and trying different things, and that's for you. That's for you too, because you got to be open to spontaneous things and just enjoying it. And that really pulls in a lot of just the dating factor. And you got to be spontaneous with yourself. You got to be open, and you got to date intentionally, meaning like you got to do it on purpose. Because if you don't make time for yourself, for your wife, your husband, you lose that momentum, momentum.
I need you to use smaller. I was like, what are you talking about?
Ah, damn it.
Okay.
Momentum.
I was like, who?
Right.
I don't know that word.
Momentum. So once you don't want to lose that momentum. So you want to keep it moving and keep it going. And that right there pulls a lot of things together because she sees a different side of you, and she sees that you put in the effort that you wouldn't normally put in. So a lot of times we got to look at that too. Well, that's what I look at. So that actually helps me out, and I get advice. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times just getting advice from other people, other married couples, or even single people, because single people can teach you a lot of things too, to a certain aspect of dating, and hey, what's the latest trend or what's new out there, especially if you work all the time and you got a lot of things going on. You want to, pretty much put yourself in the area. Okay, maybe this, she might like this, maybe she like this, because anybody can go to dinner. It's how you go to dinner. Anything can happen, or anything can be different from you going to dinner. But as long as that time together, spent together, it's a wonderful thing.
I think men are naturally, y'all pursue. You're like chasers, and I'm not gonna say just the women, both of you, because like we said, life, it takes its course, and you lose, in the course of that we stop doing whatever to stop your pursuit.
Mm-hmm.
We stop, wearing, tight clothes, or stop looking sexy, or, wearing your makeup, or looking good for your husband,
right.
looking good for your wife.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all lose interest because it's like, that's just my wife.
Right.
It's no spark or nothing, to her or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed a couple weeks ago we went out, out, and I wore a white dress that was fitting and sexy, and
right.
put some heels on, and just was looking nice or whatever. And you get a different reaction versus just putting on my work clothes, or just putting on clothes to walk around the house or whatever. It's like, oh dang, that's my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Versus that's my wife.
Right, because that dress was like bliggity blow, like it was all, you was all in that dress, and I think the dress wore you, so
it really did.
Right.
I had a time getting in that dress.
Right.
That dress.
White dress.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good thing, because a lot of times you got to keep that attraction going. That's the main thing, like just being attractive, making time, putting in work, be creative, what I'm saying? Be yourself, be who you are, but let it be known like this is our time. This is me being me to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm learning. That's what I'm continuing to do and try to do. And and again, dating doesn't have to cost a lot. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to sit up there and be like, well, I don't have money to do this, and I don't have money to do this. As long as you know that time is together for you all, so you don't have to put in a lot, and that goes for you too. You got to understand, even if it's between Regis and I'm like, hey, you know what? We're going to Burger King and we're gonna sit at this table. Burger King.
No, don't take me no Burger King.
It's still a date because we're sitting and talking.
We can talk.
It don't got to be Burger King, but you see what I'm saying. If it's time
take
alone.
No Burger King.
All right, well, we'll go to McDonald's.
I want a flame broiled burger.
We'll go to McDonald's. So
we could stay at the house. You could put a cover on the floor, turn the lights down low, cook a nice meal.
But then the kids gonna come in, kick the thing, go. We got to be somewhere else. You can't be in the house because the kids don't take the dating serious when you're in the house and you put a blanket
Well,
on
the
the
kids
floor.
will be going away. Basically, what we're trying to say is it don't take a lot. You know, there's times where you can go all out on a date, and then you can go, you know, on a picnic,
Right.
or go skating, do things, childish things.
Right. Go play putt. Go kart racing or something.
Something
We
to
did
have
that.
fun.
Yeah. We
On
did
go
that.
karts.
What you guys said?
When we raced and I won, yeah,
Oh,
I remember.
we're
That
gonna
was
have to
nice.
post that. We wanted to. Yeah, she did win. Cause anyway, but date. Do something different. Do something spontaneous. Be yourself. Spend time together. Talk. Laugh. You can't say that much. So much. Laugh. Enjoy the time you all have together.
Right. That's so true.
Right. Yep. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for tonight.
That's it?
No, I'm just joking. Time. But let's stop it.
So we had to take a quick break, and we're back with CorasTruth. Husband got a little nervous. I don't know why.
It's my first time hosting.
You're gonna have to get used to this.
Right.
But anyway, we were talking about dating in a marriage. So with dating in a marriage, it opens up a time to communicate with each other. You have a time to be by yourselves and really talk about some things that you're going through, or not even talk about those things that you're going through. Just have fun with each other. It also opens up commitment to one another because you are building a stronger bond. Like I said earlier, you're reconnecting, you're getting to know each other all over again. And you know, you see when you laugh and you see that smile, you see him looking good, and it sparks something in you.
Right.
Even your husband sparks something in you. It makes you, you know, get that boost of.
Right. It makes you enjoy the smaller things because sometimes the smaller things make bigger memories. So just being together, just learning the communication, like she said, the communication between each other, it kind of brings you more. Well, it does bring you closer together because I know when we talk sometimes I say something to her and it seems like she turns into like mush, and I like that part because it's like, okay, she's listening to what I'm saying, she's pushing through and she's learning from my experiences and learning that, you know, I do have a sensitive side and I do have a point to where the things that I do say matter, and just give her that, you know, comfortability to be who she is to herself and to me, you know. And that's important because once she becomes more comfortable, it becomes more important, and it helps you out in the long run because you listen to a lot of things that she says, and it puts me to the point where, okay, I hear where you're coming from, or I understand. So that really does make a big difference in the communication and listening part, and doing things at a sentimental value area of it. So that really does bring in a lot.
Mm-hmm. It's also a de-stressor. It helps to relieve stress. Like I said, you go through the week doing, you know, your husband duties, your father duties, your employee duties, church duties, whatever duties you got going on that week, you're doing those duties, and you know, you haven't had time to just mentally unwind. And that's what we're supposed to be to each other, a safe place within each other so that we can mentally unwind and gather our thoughts and gather our emotions and all that stuff so that we can be, you know, what we need to
Her
be.
inner peace.
Yes, that right there.
I love that. I like that. Go on, girl.
Yeah.
Makes sense though. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, and I could see that. And it's vice versa. You know, you can come and I could be that pillow you lay on. You know, you've been laying on me, but you know, it's different when you can hear that sentimental value, that openness to the things that you have to say that makes a lot of difference in our marriage. So the dating part of a marriage really counts. It really works. It really is a de-stressor in a lot of areas. So
and I think as I said earlier, a man is a pursuer. So I think men, this is my own thoughts. I think men should pursue, women, or women, we could pursue the man during the week, getting up to that dating point. Cause it's like,
it's a mutual thing.
Yeah, I agree. You do little things, send pictures or send little text,
not those kind of texts, guys. Know your mind.
I'm talking about them kind of texts.
Well, hey.
See you later,
Oh yeah, of course, those texts. I was talking about.
Remember my cousin Lori and Dennis told us about they put us on to help us along the way.
Oh yeah.
And gave us alter egos. So my alter ego is Trina, and his is Rico Suave.
Hello.
So what we did was we went onto these apps that help create fake numbers, and we put those fake numbers, of course, in our phone. And when I knew Rico was calling, I wasn't talking to Chris. I was talking to Rico.
Right.
And I knew what time it was.
Right.
And we made it fun because it was like, like we were dating outside of marriage.
But we were still married.
I'm sure they know that.
Oh, okay. Somebody might hear the end part of this and be like, what? They got an open marriage?
No, we did not have an open marriage.
It's not open. It's not open.
But it was fun because it was like, I was not with my husband. I was with someone else. And it made it a lot of fun. Matter of fact, we haven't did that in a long time. Maybe we need to get back to that.
Something to think about.
Yeah. Rico was fun.
Chris is better. The new Chris, that is.
So yeah, I was just thinking about Rico. But anyway, so dating in a marriage is...
Trina was a freak, y'all. I said it. I'm sorry. She's talking about Rico. Talk about Trina a little bit. And that's another thing. Sometimes it's best to, in that dating factor, if you were doing things before you was married to the things that you're not doing while you're married, you might want to continue that dating scene and things in your marriage, because that right there still spices it, leave things fresh and renewed. So, don't stop what you did before you did what you're supposed to did. Continue
what
doing
you wasn't supposed to be doing that you were doing.
Well, you know what I mean. You did it in a sinful way. You might as well do it in the right way.
Let me end this video. This is going all left. It's going.
I'm just keeping it real.
You are very truthful.
All right, you should.
It's not even CorasTruth. This is Chris's truth.
Might as well. We in this thing together. But I mean, seriously, if you think about it, it's a part of dating. I mean, in a sense, it is. Because you want to keep the fire going. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to keep everything stagnant, because if you do, then you're losing the flame. And you want to keep that. You know what I'm saying? It's not always about sex, and it's not about doing things you shouldn't be doing, or doing things to a certain appeal to one side. It's a mutual thing. You came into marriage as a mutual couple to become one. So in order for you to keep being one, you have to continue to stay on top as one. So, you want to keep it like you have it, or you had it, to keep going to where you're going. And you don't want to lose that. I mean, that makes me think. A lot of couples that are 20 years in, 30 years in, like, what do y'all do to keep y'all marriage at a flame? You know what I'm saying? So, and if it is, on a sexual factor, trying different things. We're not going to go into that right now because it's going to be a different topic. But just trying different things, not inviting people in or nothing like that. I don't know what people do, but
I think that's something we may want to explore, and bringing in someone that has some miles on their marriage. Oh
right,
no,
right.
not
oh
like
okay,
that.
okay. You kind
But has miles on their marriage.
Right.
See, if they're open to discuss, how do they,
Because we're only 5 in, and we still things we're learning, and it's still things that, we want to get from other people, other couples, other married couples, and just people in general that really have been together for a longer period of time to really, help us with different areas because we're open to different things. It's just that if we don't know about it, it's like we've been shut out. So that's a good thing to try to pursue is trying to figure out, we could talk to a couple that's been together for at least I say at least 20 years. Yeah, 20 years. That's a long enough time to really. 10 years is a long time, but 20 will really let you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what this person is waking up thinking about before she even think about it. She want her eggs cooked over easy with the bacon on the side, and a little liver pudding and some grits. Well, that's what I want, but she ain't caught it yet,
I don't know how to cook liver pudding. I'm sorry.
Just pan fried. But anyway, yeah, that's what we want. We want some veterinarian.
What is going on today?
No, we want a veteran in the marriage. So.
Oh. Veterinarian. There's a person that
I know what
adopt a dog, animals.
I know. I just said that just to make you laugh.
So, that's what it was. Okay. So with that said, single ladies, I got some stuff coming up for you too because I remember when I was single, it wasn't too far off, and I remember my married friends was trying to tell me different stuff, and I'd be like, "But you married, like, what could you tell me?" So I never wanted to lose that feeling or those things that I learned because I wanted to be able to speak to single women as well, to let them know what I did to get to this point. I got a friend, her sister wrote a book. It's called While You Wait. Let me get that book. I got it right here. Carolyn Blue. Miss Carolyn, shout out. It's called While I Wait, Learning to Wait on an Unanswered Promise. And this was something that I didn't get her book until actually recently, and I started reading it, and a lot of the stuff I was like, oh, wow, I needed this when I was single because I was praying for my husband. I was praying for him, his well-being, his health, keeping him strong, keeping him mentally strong before I even met him. But I think this book right here is very helpful to anybody, even outside of marriage, single, whoever, just any prayers that you need answered while you waiting on God to answer them prayers. But I know how it is for a single woman to, be frustrated. Friday night, Saturday night, everybody's out at the movies and they got their booze and they wrapped up. And you sitting there like, Lord, when is it my time? In a failed relationship, and you like, I'm tired of going through this, and you get sick and tired. But can I encourage you, it's through that time when you get sick and tired and you want to do something about it, and you stop doing whatever you were doing and you concentrate on God, that's when he moves. That's what he did for me. But I just wanted to encourage you, single ladies, so that you know that, I haven't forgot about y'all. I am thinking about you, and I got some stuff coming up, okay? All right.
All right. Maybe fellas, I'll start my own platform and just talk about guy stuff. I don't know yet. I'm still trying to debate, and if y'all think I should, let me know. I could do something of that nature. So if y'all leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let me know. I like to joke and laugh, so we can have a good old time, fellas.
All right. Thank you for listening to CorasTruth, and to my husband. We greatly appreciate you all for just listening, liking, subscribing. It is an honor. Right. To have people to listen, because sometimes you think that your whatever you have to say doesn't matter, but it does matter. Right. Your story matters.
Your opinions and your thoughts, they do matter.
You have purpose.
Yes. Mm-hmm. We all have purpose.
Yes, we do.
But you made the world go round with Jesus Christ.
Yes, Pastor. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good evening, and we love you. Have a good night.
Good night.
Child, just hit the button.